Hey guys, it's so nice out tonight that I decided to go ahead and do another couple chapters for you. So here we go, Chapter 9, The Phony Clue. Okay class, Mrs. Gleason said, it's organization time. You know your jobs. At last the school day was almost over. Now all we had to do was get ready for tomorrow. We had to clean up, sharpen our pencils, and get our coats. Plus, some kids had special jobs at the end of the day. There were board cleaners and book checkers, chair putter-uppers, and closet neateners, and homework checkers. The best job was a zookeeper. But our gerbil died a few weeks ago, so now we were the only second grade class in the whole school without a pet. We didn't even need a zookeeper anymore. I had a free day, so I neatened up my desk super fast. I raised my hand. Mrs. Gleason, I said. Mrs. Gleason came over to my desk. Thank you for raising your hand, Theodore, Mrs. Gleason said. And by the way, she whispered, how's that matter of life and death coming along? Not so great, I said. I threw up on Jake O'Brien's sneakers yesterday. Oh, Mrs. Gleason answered. That's not fun. She moved a step back. And I have another problem, I told her. I needed to find a phone number. Well, that's not a problem, she said. It is, I answered, if you don't know how. Mrs. Gleason walked to her desk and pulled out a big, fat phone book. She explained, phone books are in two parts, Theodore. The first part is called the White Pages. It lists the phone numbers of all the people who live in our area. She flipped through the book, and this other section is called the Yellow Pages. See, the pages are yellow. It lists the phone numbers for all the businesses. Super, I said. Can you tell me the phone number for World of Reptiles? Mrs. Gleason smiled. Nope, she said. You'll have to look it up for yourself. She handed me the book. Everything is in alphabetical order, she said, by category. Category, I asked. This wasn't turning out so hot. Yes, what kind of business is World of Reptiles? Is it a restaurant? Do they serve lizard stew? Mrs. Gleason laughed at her own joke. I didn't laugh. I told Mrs. Gleason that it was the name of a pet store. Well, then you can start by looking under P for pets. Oh, brother. Teachers. You try to get a simple answer, and all you get is more work. By the time I found the phone number, it was nearly time to go. I put on my jacket and lined up for the bell. I found a note inside my pocket. It was in code. It said 20, 8, 9, 19, 9, 19, 1, 6, 1, 11, 5, 3, 12, 21, 5. I knew the note was from Mila. She was always testing my brain power. I'd seen a code like this before. It's called a substitution code. All you had to do was write out the alphabet. Then you had to write the numbers 1 to 26 underneath each letter. They worked together in pairs. Each number in Mila's code stood for a letter. I solved it on the bus. Then I scribbled a quick message to Mila. I figured I'd put it on her desk tomorrow, and it looked like this. Chapter 10, Another Fine Mess. I called World of Reptiles right after school. The pet store owner was very nice. She told me everything I needed to know. Then I raced over to Wingnut's house. There wasn't any time to lose. Is your mom home? I asked Wingnut. Nope, Wingnut said. She went food shopping. Good, I said. Jake? He's in his room. Loud music throbbed from behind Jake's door. I hesitated. Do you think it's safe? Wingnut nodded. Oh, Jake said he never wants to be in the same room with you again. Well, that's fine with me, I said. We have to work fast. I think I know where Hermie is. Wingnut was thrilled. Until I told him where. I don't know, Jigsaw, he said. My mom might get really mad. It's a brand new vacuum cleaner. I looked at him. Do you want to find Hermie or not? Wingnut was still nervous, but he brought out the vacuum cleaner into the living room anyway. The clues had been in front of me all the time. The new vacuum cleaner, the super clean bedroom, the wobbly hamster lid. I explained it again to Wingnut. Listen, pal, it all makes sense. I leaned closer to him and whispered in his ear. I just talked on the phone with a lady from World of Reptiles. She told me that hamsters are really good squeezers. They can squeeze through the teeniest, tiniest holes. That lid of yours wasn't on tight enough, I said. That's how Hermie escaped. Wingnut was nervous. But what does my mom's vacuum cleaner have to do with it? Think, Wingnut. Jake said your mom's been vacuuming everything in sight. There isn't a speck of dust in your room. That was a clue. I bet that your mom vacuumed in there around the same time Hermie escaped. Wingnut looked at the vacuum cleaner. You don't think... I nodded. Hermie's in there! Opening up the vacuum cleaner wasn't very easy. There were a few weird latches that I didn't understand. Then I tried prying it open with a screwdriver, but that didn't work. Have you got a hammer? I asked. A few good whacks did the job. Unfortunately, it did a little too good of a job. Part of the vacuum cleaner shattered into sending pieces of plastic flying through the air. Jigsaw, be careful, Wingnut exclaimed. I looked at Wingnut. It seemed like he might start crying again. Don't worry, pal, I said. With a little tape, it'll be as good as new. I emptied the vacuum bag onto the carpet. Dust flew everywhere. We'll clean up this mess later, I said. Let's start looking for Hermie. We were finished in 10 minutes. We saw 2 toys from Wingnut's Star Wars collection, Chewbacca and R2-D2. We found 6 rubber bands and a paper clip. We found a purple crayon and a half of a Ken Griffey baseball card. We even found hamster hair. But we didn't find Hermie. Unfortunately, Mrs. O'Brien found us, sitting on the rug, surrounded by dirt and dust and broken plastic. The vacuum cleaner was in pieces. I can't really blame her for screaming. All right, that's it for tonight. See you later. Bye.